Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Leading from the Library, the Future Ready Librarian podcast series. And today I am so thrilled to have my dear friend, Jenny, with me. Hi, Jenny.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad. I am just so excited just to talk to you about not only book access, but all of the amazing things that you are doing. And let's just start by having you introduce yourself and also where you're at, where you're located.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm Jenny Takeda, and I'm one of 3 district librarians for the Beaverton School District in Oregon. We're in the suburbs of Portland. We have 52 schools, and the nice thing about having 2 awesome teammates is that we're able to work really closely together to support all of our school libraries. But we also divide up the district and kind of each have an area that we're responsible for. Just a little bit more about staffing for our district in the libraries. We have library and instructional technology teachers. It's currently a half-time position in our secondary schools. And that we call our library and instructional technology teachers LITs to make it a lot easier to say. They are amazing. They have truly been instructional leaders during the pandemic, especially in helping teachers just plan for their online classrooms. We're going to be moving into hybrid in April. So we've been fully remote and doing comprehensive distance learning since last March. And we're moving into hybrid now. So they are key in doing some classroom, some concurrent teaching simulations and kind of working out all of the details so that teachers can have the support that they need to move forward with that.
Oh, wow.
So,
you have to be really excited and just lots of things that I'm sure your kids can't even wait. That will
exactly. And then the other piece of our staffing are our library media assistants. And we have at least one in every school. Our comprehensive high schools have 2. And they truly have been incredible in the work that they've done in getting books in the hands of students this year.
Oh, that's awesome. I know, what would we do without our library assistants and associates? I have an amazing one that I don't know what I would do without her. And you're right. Like,
exactly.
Thinking about all the changes, like their roles too have changed so much. And I think they're like definite superstars, which is awesome.
Yeah, so true.
And one thing that, I love when we have talked, and Jenny's been helping us with our summits, and I'm always so inspired by just all of your program, but it's really interesting. And I can't wait for you to talk more about your book buses and just like how access to books looks like. What does it look like for you this year in your school district?
Yeah, so as I said, our LMAs have been doing so much hard work to get books to students, and we've had multiple components. Most of our schools are doing some kind of curbside where they have a weekly schedule, and what's really nice about how we did this is everyone customized it to work for their school and their community. So some libraries have an exterior door that's easily accessible, so they can just open that door, set up a table, have books on display in the windows that people can look at, and maybe it's like a thematic Women's History Month or that sort of thing. Others have gone to the front of the school, maybe during the time when meals are being picked up by families. Some have set up evening hours. They've really just done what's worked for their communities. And then with the library book bus, this was something we talked about with our transportation department. We had not partnered with our transportation department in the past, so it's been really exciting to bring forward this idea because they had bus drivers available who were looking for meaningful work. And we thought, okay, how about if we use our existing buses to move out into the communities on a weekly route and stop not on the regular bus routes for pickups, but more stopping at apartment complexes, parks, So in some cases, we stopped at churches, just kind of different areas where we knew there would be families who would be able to either come with caregivers and students, or students on their own to get books. And again, it's been very flexible and customized school by school. So some schools, the LMAs said, you know what, we're going to do book bundles, and we're going to package up 5 books or so. We're going to have early readers. We're going to have nonfiction. We're going to have fiction, and we're just going to hand you a bundle of books, check them out, and send you on your way. Some people have done holds through Destiny, so that's been a big piece as well. Some have done this color-coded category kind of thing where maybe their early chapter books are pink and then nonfiction is green. So they ask kids, okay, what do you want? And they say, I want a pink and a green today. So it's really been incredible. I was looking at the numbers. Let me see if I can find that again. We have checked out over 34,000 books.
Oh my gosh.
Through the book bus.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so it's really heartwarming. And not only the book access piece, but this has been such an important connection for families and students to just help them feel like, okay, here's someone from the school who cares about me, who's going to have a short conversation and, you know, just lift my spirits. So,
we're
so happy with it.
Wow, congrats. Like, that is just so, think about the impact that has had. And like you said, not only on giving them something to read, but that connection with the person and the families. And I think that one thing that really stuck with me, and I'm in a small community and we've been back in school since August, but even from being home during last spring and through the summer and supporting our families, if it was through resources or lunches or whatever it might be, it's that connection is different now. It's more personal. It's more, the families, I think, feel more comfortable to reach out. And that's one thing that when I hear stories like this, it just like brings so much joy to my heart.
Right. I agree.
That's awesome.
We've also had some of our library staff have put together programming around the book bus. So they've done really fun things. One of them had to bring your pet to the book bus. So I guess they had cats. Well, I don't remember if she said cats, but dogs for sure, goldfish, gerbils, you know, just, and even stuffies. So, and she connected with local businesses, pet stores, to have little goodie bags to send with the kids. Other schools had teachers come and meet them at the book bus stops. So for instance, we had kindergarten teachers come at one school and they were able to meet their kids in person. And we had principals ride the book bus too. So it's definitely been a real community effort.
Cool. I just can picture this in my head. And I think, like, how cool is that? I hope you guys have taken lots of pictures so you can share this, because I think that, you know, you think too about this doesn't have to just be during a pandemic. And I've heard lots of people, you know, I have some friends in Texas who have a book bus and they've done amazing things in their community in the summer. So will you continue this then?
That's something we're thinking about. We've always wanted to do it. And now that we have some stops that we know work really well, for instance, some of those parks and apartment complexes, we're working on putting together a proposal for to possibly request some funding. And we're not sure, it might be more of a book giveaway than checking the books out, but we're definitely really interested in doing that. And we have a future bus in the Beaverton School District, and the future bus, one of the leads for that has been helping with one of our schools run the routes for an elementary school. And so we kind of, you know, it's a proven concept. He's done use that. And also we have a future box van. So we're trying to think creatively about how we could bring those out into the community and continue getting books out there during the summer.
Oh, that's really neat. And think about like when your kids come back in April, like they'll be so excited to come to the library because you've been continuing that connection, or if the kids have never met you before, like they'll just be so happy. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And what a great thing too for you as a librarian and your staff. And I mean, that is something too that had to have kept you guys so close together and just give meaning to, what we already do, but in a different and probably even more meaningful way than ever before.
Very true. When we've been able to meet more regularly as a library staff across the district, which is nice. And we hadn't really explored Zoom meetings until the pandemic, and they've worked really well. And that's helped us stay connected, like you said, and also to share ideas and learn from each other.
Yeah, the good things that are going to come from it.
Exactly. Right. We'll carry that forward.
Relationships and connections and all that goodness, I think is so great. Oh, you're always so inspirational, Jenny. I always just come away with, I love going to that part of the country. Like I love, like you do so many great things within your district, but there are others too in Oregon that just, I always leave so inspired. And I think that it's just amazing. Lucky kids to have all you great librarians.
I agree. I work with incredible people.
Oh, I think it's awesome. Well, thank you so much, my friend, for joining me. And I know that hopefully there'll be lots of book buses popping up all over the country.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be great to see.
Love it. And so if people have questions or if they want to contact you, can you tell us where we can find you on either social media or how we can reach out?
Yeah, probably the best way is on Twitter. So I'm just there under my name. So at Jenny Takeda. And I would love to connect with you. I'm always eager to learn from others too. So please do reach out.
Oh, we appreciate you. And thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Leading from the Library. And a big thanks to our sponsors, Follett too. Thank you for joining us for the Future Ready Librarian podcast, Leading from the Library. I would like to also thank our sponsor, Follett Learning, for their amazing continued support.